today.
Hello.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Live. So, hi guys. No Rich this week, which is probably good for you because there'll be no one to restrain us.
Yeah,
and
restrain
stop
us. Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about stuff and showing stuff.
Talk about everything.
Yeah. What have we got? We've got recap. We've got lots of cogs still going out the door. That's been super popular.
Yeah,
and
really
for
was,
all
yeah.
the people that asked about it, what have you done, Gary, for us?
Yep. Today I loaded up onto a blog how to rig it up. It's a simple sort of set of pictures, just to say how I got the string cotton attached to it all, and the size of the buttons for the pulleys, and yeah, so that's gone live, I believe, just a couple of minutes ago.
I think so, yeah.
PDF2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then we'll sort the PDF out so you can download it. So that's the plan with that. So we'll probably put the link to the PDF in the newsletter this weekend. But people were asking about the rigging. So we've done a guide, which is great. Nice and easy as well.
Yep.
Yeah. We have still got the A3 paint hobby stations on pre-order. They start shipping in, is it 2 weeks?
Yeah, 2 weeks.
A week on Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Week on Monday. It's
Yeah.
absolutely fantastic. Or if you haven't already, some people have already got the A4 one. Now we've got an A3, which is even bigger. And personally, I use it all the time. Use it for when I'm painting minis, when I'm putting kits together, when I'm doing all sorts. And you can buy it on different levels. So you can buy it with a cutting mat, with a paint holder and everything else. Or you can just buy the station itself, and it's quite the size. Obviously, it's A3 size. It's like bigger than that. And it's absolutely fantastic. If you haven't already, just check out the website. Type in A3 or paint station, paint rack, and it'll come up straight away.
do you like the paint station?
I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. I use it all the time.
So that's the thing that's really got you.
Yeah. Like we do all this fantastic terrain, and I'm like, oh my god, how have I not had one of these before? It's absolutely amazing. It's a lifesaver.
So anyway, if you haven't guessed, Dave likes the A3 hobby station.
Yeah.
We've got obviously as well. We released the chapter 1 of the Ruined City, which we sort of teased a bit last week. So we're going to really the focus of tonight is going to be to talk about that and show off what's going to come in chapters 2 and 3 and 4. Gary's got a lot of stuff to show there. We've got some stuff here, and we'll
if you show them chapter 1 and just a little bit of, jiggery piggery.
Yeah.
So
figuring of that one.
Go for it, Dave.
So we've got a chapter 1 set here, which you might have already seen on the website. If not, check it out. There's a cool little video shows you different bits. This is basically just 2 chapter 1 sets. That's all it is. Except you get another gatehouse, so just minus the gatehouse. As you can see, it's fully modular, so it all pulls apart. You can push it in different directions, put different walls together, basically assemble it however you want. So this is just a quick mock-up we've done, which resembles like a large castle that's fallen into ruin or being destroyed. But as you can see, all of the walls meet up. So you can build like large wall sections like this, where you can have passageway where there's 2 buildings across from it. You can put the corner section, put the corner sections together, so you can end up building like one big room like this. So you can have 4 corner sections. If I grab these 2 as well, just pull the whole thing to bits. So obviously it's all completely modular. Shift this as well. You push these in like this, you end up getting like a large room. You've got windows on it and stuff like that. Again, you can drop the doorway into the center, pull them back apart. You can do absolutely tons of stuff with this. It's absolutely fantastic. And obviously, this is just 2 chapter 1 sets. There's no extra bits and all that kind of stuff. And you'll get another gatehouse, so you can basically build like the bottom part of a keep. But obviously, like we were saying, this is only chapter 1. You've got further chapters to come, extra bits and pieces. There's a few people as well noting the tops of these, so we've also done like caps for them as well. So you literally fit like the little caps on top, and then that blanks them off, so you get like a nice effect, and it's all finished and stuff. But yeah, I'm absolutely ecstatic about this stuff. It can be ideal for tons of games like Burrows and Badgers, like Frostgrave, anything like that. Like the Barons War stuff. If you haven't already checked that out, cool like night models and stuff. You put them in amongst it, and you've got like a wrecked out keep, because everybody destroying keeps with
and the point of it
big
is,
fat and stuff.
if you grab them and you put them at sort of strange angles to each other, you'll get some things. You can use it as quite in a scattery fashion. So if we do that quickly, just want to put the walls at angles, we can create something that is quite quickly, it's got a lot of scatter, and then we just take, a corner or 2, and that's all glued in, and take a corner, you know, and you can create something like that. So if you add in some little rubble piles and things onto
bit
it,
of rubble in the corner, cool, like skeleton. It can be
Yeah.
used for anything, like D&D, like the uses for it are like amazing. Like you can use it for so many different games.
Yeah.
It's so versatile and stuff. It's absolutely fantastic.
so this is where it starts.
Yeah.
Where it will go is, and this includes these work with bits that are there anyway.
We need more room.
Yeah,
more
we need
room.
more room. Is going forward, you can do things like this. So, you know, a room corner room, add a level to it, add a top to it, and you've got a small tower.
Yep.
But you could add multiple.
Yeah.
So you
Keep
go
going.
up a few levels. So you got
So
that.
stuff, you got like a room. A bit more careful.
I will grab things without looking at them. So we've got stuff like
Again,
this.
all clips into each other, fully modular sets and stuff. So
Clips
you can
in.
build it as high as you want. You can basically, like we were doing earlier on with these bits, stack them on top of this. If we go back to the 4 corner piece like this, pull that one apart. You can literally stack the corners and have one corner where it's higher up than the rest of them. You can obviously take that one apart, put it next to it, so you can build like a big, massive tower. You can basically turn it into one large building, or you can have the scatter stuff.
Gary's kind of showing off there.
Yeah.
A rather large sort of castle he's put together using components
Of the multiple chapters.
So the idea is we'll sort of work, start to bring in the levels, and you don't get caught out by starting with chapter 1, because the bits that come after it will work with some of that, and there'll be additions to it, so nothing's really wasted. But no, really cool.
Yeah, really cool.
Really excited about that.
And then obviously in amongst that, in the future stuff, if you have a look at Gary's picture and stuff, you've got ladders in it, you've got walkways in it. So even if you're playing games of Mordheim, anything like that, you can run from one place to another, climb up set ladders, jump off a roof, attack somebody else. Like the games it's usable for is amazing.
I'd probably fall off the roof in game.
In game.
Yeah, in game I'd fall off the roof. I wouldn't manage to jump across.
I always have a vampire in Mordheim. He always loses a leg without fail. Every campaign I've had, he loses a leg, and it's usually off jumping off roofs.
So yeah, so that's the ruined city.
The other cool thing about chapter 1, if you haven't already checked it out, it's available straight away, but it's also at a discount price in it, because
it's an awesome price.
It's normally £30 for the chapter 1 set, but it's currently £20. So it means the original set that we had set up, you can get 2 of them, £20 a shot, 40 quid. You've got a fair chunk of terrain. If you, like we were saying, uses scattered terrain, uses one big piece, it's like 20 quid for the set at the minute. Obviously, it's reduced from 30, and obviously that will go up after a while. But like we're saying, we've got plans for all this extra stuff. We've got like bits and pieces to add to it. We've got a whole box that's not even in view, because there's not enough room on this table to show everything.
No.
But like, I'll just slide this one on a look. So you got multiple high floors. And obviously, you can have Gary's picture, and that multiple high floors, they'll stack on top of other bits and pieces. Like this wall here, and put an extra wall section in. As you can see, big arch doorways and stuff, so there's plenty of room for minis to move through them. And you've got
there's a working drawbridge. I don't know if Gary's got that there.
I do. Bear with.
There you go. See, on cue. But again, if you come back to this one,
somehow I'm going to have to put it in. I don't know how.
Just hold it up.
Yeah.
This is where it's too hot to move things around and it all goes chaos.
Yeah.
Let's just take a section out.
While Gary's sorting that, we just have a quick look at this. This has got movable doors as well. Is that in camera, yeah? In shot. So obviously the big gatehouse that comes in chapter 1 set actually has doors that you can open and close. So even that itself, like, absolutely spot on. Great fun to be had by all. Like you pretty much asked Gary to demolish his entire layout just to have a look at the drawbridge.
But the drawbridge is cool, so why would we not want to see it?
I hope you took plenty of photos first, Gary, so you know which way it goes back together.
Bear with. I'm going to give it a shunt backwards. It'll all fall apart. This is a card prototype, folks. So this was cut, and it doesn't click together as nicely as the one that Dave was demonstrating. That is really nice, the way it was just firmly going together.
Yeah, solid this stuff. Look, I'm just moving about. I'm only sliding one piece and the whole section's moving.
Like a working drawbridge.
I think you can see there that in operation.
Yep.
I've moved it so far back. It's all going to start clouting.
Slightly out, isn't it? It's too big.
Now it looks even more ruined.
Both got huge tables and none of the stuff fits on them.
Yeah. So there you go, drawbridge. And there's a few other bits.
Yeah.
There's some more bits.
There's some bits. There's absolute tons. There's like more ruined corner sections, so you got low walls on it and stuff. So if I go and grab the other one over here, the low wall that was out of the chapter 1 set, as you can see, this is a future chapter set, but it literally just pushes straight together. Like Gary was saying, look, once that's together, like that's together, you know what I mean? Nice and snug. It's not going to go anywhere. So if you clip all your bits together, you can actually move around and stuff.
Yeah, and equally as well, you could use them as scatter. You don't need to.
No.
I mean, really, you could assemble them without the tiles if you didn't want to use them and just wanted to use the wall sections.
The other thing as well with that is it'll come with additional tiles. So like we were displaying earlier, if you are wanting to put it down as scattering stuff, you can literally have tiles in amongst it. Put another piece over this way, and obviously that's spaced quite far apart. Clip on the top, another one over here, another one down here. So it's still ruins, but obviously it's dispersed a lot more, which means it gives you a lot more ground coverage. So even like the smaller packs, like the chapter 1 pack and stuff, compared to what is coming out, will cover like a big area if you use it as like bits and pieces scattered. And then again, you don't even have to have these bits like attached to each other, even without the tiles. You just put them on the table. You've got a ruin here. You've got another ruin here. You've got this section over here. And as you can see straight away, you can fill up the table pretty quickly by using a few wall sections and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, Dave, because he's using chapter 1, chapter 2 and 3 and that lot will all be stacking.
Yeah.
The way he showed the cap that goes on to certain things on the open caps, if you don't glue them on or you just don't use them, then we just have a spigot stacking operation, which means you can keep going up and up and up.
Yeah.
At different levels. There's straight flat walls in those terms as well.
So obviously you can stack it high as you want, like Gary's saying. So that one there is exactly the same. It's the spigot one. So I'll pop that out. We'll pop that. So that basically pops out, so you can stack multiple of them on top of each other, and then you get the end cap ones, which are the actual like tops, so they're like the rampart and stuff like that, buttresses, and then that obviously slots into the top of this one, all joined together, and then you have crumbled walls next to it. So this one, like I showed earlier, you can clip it into the Gatehouse one, and you can have ruin sections coming. So this could be super tall. This one's only a small piece. Then you have another big super tall. So
yeah. And we've got some walkways and ladders and things as well. There's some in the kit. There is actually some in the kit. So
yeah, there's some here. But there's different ways of scaling bits in as well. So if you have a look at this cool little piece, we've got like a nice spiral staircase there as well. So going from floor to floor, whether you're using ladders, running across walkways, going through up the spiral staircase. There's a staircase kicking about somewhere as well.
There's a staircase at the back of right in the back on this one.
Yep. So if you have a look on there, there's a staircase as well. So it's all being thought out. So if you can change levels, that's what I'm saying. If you look at the games that it's usable for, there's so many games you can use it for. Whether it be, I want to build a big castle and have that as a centerpiece, or I want loads of scatter terrain, or I want lots of elevations and stuff like that. It's the amount of games you can cover.
Earlier on from someone before on the Facebook page about how does it work with the Alamo and
Mike asked the question.
The Mediterranean, and it's a different wall linkage. It all works on the terrain tile base. So if you've got 200 by 200, 100 by 100 terrain tiles, they will all dock in with bases on this. But the reason that the vertical stack is different to the Alamo is because of that firm stacking. It needs to be quite locked together when you put it all together. And you need to be able to confidently put another layer on top of the walls. And the Alamo was designed for just lift-off roof as opposed to linking in a multiple configuration on floors.
I'm just going to Andy Lyons.
Andy's there. Hi, Andy.
Hello, Andy. He's just asking how it's held together.
So like I was just showing earlier on, obviously you glue it into the tiles, so it's all that kind of stuff. But then because it's the terrain tile system, patented terrain tile system, you can just literally push it together.
The links and the walls hold in, so it's held in 2 dimensions. So actually, when you push them together, it's quite a good quite a good,
it's quite a solid fit. So
quite a solid fit.
if you have a look at this one here, that's literally exactly the same as Steve's just said. Look, so as I break it apart, two completely separate bits, push them together like this, nice snug fit, and then all I'm doing is pushing one piece with one finger, and look, the whole thing is just moving together as one.
And then as far as the multi-level stacking goes, he grabs one without the stacking piece on it. There's one. So no, that's not.
Oh, you look for
Spigot
spigot one.
Yeah,
it's that one. I think it's connected, but I've just had one in the box here. So.
Yeah, sorry. So it's a spigot. So it's just a big spine that goes down into it and locks in.
Yeah, and then you've got supports on the back as well. So I grab that one out. The way this bit glues on, basically it goes into the wall in two sections here, and then you've got these pieces. So once the spigot goes in, this braces against the back wall. So to prevent it like tipping forwards, anything like that. Basically, the spigot holds it in place. That prevents it from moving anywhere. So it's absolutely solid once it's in place. So
it'll be fine.
Like this one here, it's exactly the same. So the spigot's inside there, and then the braces hold it against the wall. So it's absolutely solid. So moving this around, as you can see, it's not like falling out. It's not glued or anything like that. It's just pushed into place.
Yeah. So the idea is maximum flexibility. So you buy your set and then you can sort of reset it.
Yeah,
every game.
That's what you want. You want every time you use it, you can build a different configuration. You move stuff around. Right, we're going to have 4 floors this time. We're going to have 2 floors the next time. We're going to have scattered terrain this time. It's not like I'll buy a set and glue it all, and then that's it. Now I need to buy another set. It's I buy a set and then I get another set, but then that matches with the other set. Then I increase this. Then I want 3 of them too. You can like mix and match all of them together. That's the cool factor.
There'll be options in it as well that we haven't even thought of.
Yeah.
Won't they, Gary?
I just want. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm playing. Sorry.
I'm saying that there'll be options there, that things that go together that were actually never intended to work that way, but it works. So.
Yeah. I mean, there are some bits that are deliberately designed so that you can't stack, like deliberately putting 2 arches on. It's one of those things where you do that because it forces people, to reconfigure.
Yeah,
and you've not always got all the windows on one wall and all of the doors on the other one. So
so like this piece here, like Gary's saying, if you have a look at this piece where it's got 2 large, shift all this out of the way. You've got 2 large doorways and you've got a window piece. Obviously, if I take a second floor piece or anything like that, that's not going to go on top of this. So that in itself is like a cool feature, but it's like not a one that you would stack like a secondary wall on. So that's more like a ruined section that stands alone from the rest of the buildings. But then going back to like the spigot ones and stuff, any of the ones that have the holes in like this, which like we said earlier on, they'll clip together and stuff. You either put the caps on, which it just placed in at the minute, they're not like glued or anything like that, but then you can remove them if you haven't glued them and stuff, get the spigot one, and then that'll clip into the top of the wall. So then you can literally stack them up. So one game I have 3 floors on one, then I take it off, I put one wall on and stuff like that.
Yeah, and the thing with some of them is that they go, but they create things like this where there is holes in the wall.
Yeah.
So it doesn't quite look as.
Yeah, the walls collapsed out and stuff like that, but the supporting upper floor is still held in place because obviously it's got the central column and stuff. So it makes logistical sense and stuff. Like it's actually going to hold itself together. But just the versatility of it, and like these corner sections and stuff, where you start with so much stuff on the table, where you start with just one corner section, and then from there you build it up with like these corner sections that like what Steve's got, which means you can then build, and then you put like the crown and one on. Is a corner crown. So he's a corner crown here. A corner crown, like a crown. Yeah, it's not a corner crown. It's like the ramparts. But as you can see, put that on, and then you've got the corner of like a ruined tower with the insides. But then obviously, it opposed to that, if I put another one here and put the same on, now I've got half the tower. So you can literally
form a keep.
Yeah, you can build like a big keep in the center. So obviously, if I push this one over, slot that one in. And then I've got like the ruin of the front of a keep with like a castle wall on it and stuff like that. That's what I'm saying. The applications for it, obviously, this is just what we're doing, moving bits and pieces around. And obviously, there's still more to come out. Originally this was 2 sets, but now it's been mixed with like another couple of chapters and stuff. So, like,
I've got no idea what we've got here now.
We've got a few chapters worth of stuff. But even if we just went back to the initial 2 sets that were on the table, the versatility and that, using it as the scattered terrain or the ruined keep and stuff like that, it's pretty cool, like really cool.
Yeah. So quite excited about that. It was kind
Just a
of
bit.
came out of nowhere as well. We'd
Yeah.
sort of it didn't come out of nowhere. It was like 5 years in the making, wasn't it?
Yeah. I'm going
Came out of
to
Gary's imagination.
Yeah, it was something we talked about 5 years ago, and then it rolled around, didn't it? And became the terrain tile system, stroke a desert fork, stroke the Alamo. And then it came full circle and went, we really should sort of finish that off. And somebody went off and had a quiet week and did some.
I just like
some
some
playing.
stuff. Yeah. I just like playing. Like, look at this. You've got like Ruin Keep or Ruin Castle, something like that, and like it's so cool, unreal.
Yeah,
I like it.
So it's got
Thumbs up on me, yeah.
Approved by Dave.
Yeah.
There you go.
The other thing that has a thumbs up on me though is the A3 paint station. I'll tell you that for a fact.
Oh, you never mentioned that. So that's it. You know, that's it. That's
it.
All
of that.
All
that's
of that. Well, it's not all of that because there's more.
There's more. Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's it for now.
We could probably do this for the next month, couldn't we? With pulling bits out that we
Yeah.
haven't looked at.
I'll just go and grab the other box full of stuff. I just need a bigger table. That's all we need.
Yeah. We'll do it on the floor next time.
Yeah. Zoom the camera right out and just have a big layout on the floor.
Yeah.
Sounds cool.
So that's that. Yeah.
I'd love to see it.
Yeah. So we'll show some more of it off over the next couple of weeks. The chapter ones are all going out the door this week. So most, I think we kind of, it did a bit better than we thought. So we've had to cut another batch. In the first week, which is good. So I think we should be clear, but everything will be cleared by tomorrow. It's just the last couple we've got to sort out today. They just missed the post, in fact. So so really good. And I think we'll call it a night. We've talked a lot. We managed to not actually spill too many secrets.
No, not too many. No. Just most of all the rest of the chapters and stuff. You got to check out if you haven't already, sign up to the newsletter though, because the chapter and stuff will be back in the newsletter again this week, so you can have a look at some cool pictures. Obviously, Gary's took a ton of pictures and stuff. So
we've got a load of pictures Gary's taken this week that we can stick up.
Check out, if you haven't already, the Facebook page and stuff like that, and you can check out all the pictures that have been taken of Gary's cool painted one. So obviously we haven't painted this one. You know what I mean? Leave that down to Gary. Do all the cool painting.
This is a cheeky one because this is cardboard.
Yeah.
Used marker pen to put some shading in the squiggly lines on it, and then the rest for the stone, as explained in the guidebook. You mentioned it again.
Yeah.
I've used crayons, pencil crayons.
You
remember Newbury, end of Newbury last year, Dave? We were talking about using pencil crayons.
We were indeed. Yeah.
And you were actually asking the question, how? Well, there you go.
There you go. But if you haven't already, obviously Gary's got like a ton of different little booklets and stuff like that. And if you haven't already, check out Gary's book, which has a ton of stuff in anyways. You can still order it through the website and stuff, but some of the stuff in there you would just never think of. It's like the crayon pencils and like the acrylics and like different things where people come up to you like, oh, how did you do that? And I'm like, Gary, how did you do this? This guy wants to know. And it's like stuff you would never even think of yourself. But
did you claim the idea for yourself?
I never claim the idea. I come up with some, but they normally get claimed. That's what happens. But no. When it comes down to painting and stuff, it's definitely Gary. It's not to do with me.
Yeah.
I'll just upset Dave because I'll show him the state of some of my paintbrushes.
Oh,
Dave really hates me.
That's unacceptable. That's not just me. That's chat. Everybody in the chat now will just be like, "What is that?"
Yeah.
I mean, this is one you'd love. Look at that one. Poor little brush.
Oh my god.
It's taken them that's probably a month's worth of training to get it to that.
Train the brush. Yeah.
Train the brush.
Or destroyed it. That's what's happened there.
Right. So we'll call it a night. We'll see you next week. We will be back here. I don't know if Dave's going to come back. Dave might.
Rich might be back next week, so I might not be allowed to spoil all the secrets. I might not be allowed back on.
And so we'll see you all next week. Take care and thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys.
Bye. Bye.